Hello, beautiful people.
Hello.
Let me get everything going here. We'll start in just a couple minutes.
Hi, Coach.
Hey. He's muted. Oh, there's on. Ashley, how are you loving the stay-at-home mom life? Thumbs up. It looks good on you.
I love it. I love it. Hey.
Good.
Little guy's sleeping right now. So
Good. It's perfect timing then.
it is.
All right. Let me post and say that we're on. And we'll get started. For you guys to see that weekly reoccurring meeting in Luxe.
Is it tough to see it?
Yeah, I mean, when I posted, did you guys get a notification and stuff, or did you see it shared?
Oh yeah, I got a notification saying that it's from, like, it's not weekly, it's from like October until December.
So maybe I should change it and just do every week.
Hey Raina, I have a quick question before we get started.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when I have a coach that quit, and so her coach has rolled up to me,
Perfect.
will my volume start going to her?
What?
Will my volume start going to her because I clicked on her? Can you hear me with the background?
Hold on, let me mute everybody.
Okay.
Or Samantha inherited, so Samantha's only know
Sam, unmute
that
yourself.
volume will start trickling up through that.
Okay. So I have a coach that quit like probably a year ago now, and her coach has rolled up to me, and I randomly just went to see how much team volume she had in the leg that she's in of mine, which should be her strong leg,
Right.
to see for when she gets to Emerald what she's looking at. And it's at 0. So I was just wondering if should that be rolling up, or does that not apply to coaches that initially were not your personally sponsored coaches?
I would think it would roll up. How long ago did she quit?
A long time ago,
Oh.
like 6 months to a year.
Yeah, you might call Coach Relations and check on that. Because I'm not sure. I would think that it would, but if it's not, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I emailed them and they just were not understanding, and it was so frustrating, but I'll try calling them.
Yeah, it'd probably be better calling because they don't, even when we do the chat, I'm like, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's easier to call, even though the wait time sucks, guys. It's a lot easier to call Coach Relations. And I know the coach relations sucks. Carl Deichler knows they suck. Jeff Hill knows they suck. Everybody knows that they suck, and they have a ton of new people hired. But the issue is, everybody being new. So bear with them. They're working on coach relations. I know it's hard. If you guys have issues that affect rank or anything that's super duper emergency, I'm happy to help. That is super loud. Sorry. I'm happy to help, but I also can't be on the phone 8 hours a day. So respect that, and hopefully, you can come to me with issues that are an emergency or affecting rank or anything like that. So I forgot to write down an agenda. I did save all the questions from last week, and I want to go over those. I posted, what do you and your team need the most training on right now? And so I saved that, I screenshotted it, so I can kind of go down and just touch on every little topic that you guys gave me. So this is just going to be kind of a big Q&A type call. I want you, if you want to unmute, if you have a question, please unmute yourself. This can be an interactive type thing since I don't have a training that I'm going off of. Do you want to see? Oh.
I just want to see.
So I'll just dig in. I do want to encourage you guys, you have 2 weeks left in the month. What is it? There's 7, 14, 13, 12 days left in the month. So please be pushing for Success Club. If you are a consistent Success Club earner, it should already be in the bag, right? Or pretty close. You should have points on the board. If you are a Success Club earner that doesn't have points on the board, it's time to focus. I feel like every single month we're always yelling at the last 1 week, 4 days left in the month, we're always lock in Success Club. But if you guys, I feel like maybe you just don't get it. But you know what? If we really pushed for one solid week in the beginning of the month, these last 2 weeks would be easy peasy. If they come, they come. We've already crushed our goal for the month. Let's work on building some relationships and building some conversations to lead us into a solid November. But nobody seems to do that. Everybody seems to love that freak out mode on the last week of the month when everybody's pushing to hit Success Club. So I want to encourage you guys. I don't just say it to say it because it sounds good, but I say it because it's a fact. If you guys, the very first half of the month, let's just say that. If you guys shoot for Success Club by the 10th or the 15th of the month, you can, 5th of the month, yeah, Brett goes 10th, yeah, 10th of the month, 5th, 10th, 15th, anything. The first 2 weeks of the month, if you guys are locking in Success Club, it's going to make you have the last 2 weeks of the month, easy breezy, and you can focus on conversations. You can focus on your coaches and building them to Emerald rank to help you get to Diamond or Star Diamond or whatever your goal is. And it just allows you to free up a little more time and have more fun in this business versus hearing me tag you and yell at you every team call and day saying, lock in Success Club, right? So use that as your focus. Obviously it's too late in October to just do it the first couple weeks in the month, but let's use that as your focus in November. Let's lock in Success Club in October. And then those first 2 weeks, straight out of the gate, nobody wants to be on your computer doing follow-ups around Thanksgiving anyway, right? So let's lock it in early in the month, and same for December. We don't want to have to be pushing on New Year's Eve to lock in Success Club. You guys, this should be a first week, second week of the month type thing that is done consistently every single month, okay? I'll stop yelling until tomorrow. So next, until tomorrow, we still have our 3 Vital Behaviors group going on. Make sure you're in that group. I think it's fun to see everybody's Shakeology pictures, everybody's workout, everybody's personal development. I posted today, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 on how you're doing, 10 being awesome. Workouts and Shakeology, I think we're all doing great, right? It's the personal development and the invites that I was seeing low numbers on. So let's be intentional every single day. I am one to admit, I don't know if Danelle's on here, but she just got home and I love her, but I'm yes, I get my routine back, right? I can actually sit down and do some personal development. I can actually sit down and have, a 3-hour day or 3-hour period throughout the day where I can sit and do invites or, do it at night when the kids are asleep and Brett's watching Shaws of Sunset or whatever the case may be. So let's focus on that. 3 vital behaviors, inviting, and personal development needs the most focus, obviously, correct? Because again, I can yell about Success Club, I can yell about hitting this, I can yell about doing that, I can, post about invites and things like that. But if your mind isn't in it and if you aren't in a good spot, you're not going to have success at it. So make sure you're building yourself up every single day. If you're struggling with leadership, read a personal development book about leadership. If you're struggling with time management, read a personal development book about time management. If you're struggling with onboarding, read Go for No. Seriously, because that's a really good book to help with that. Just find out what you need in this season of your business and read a book based on that, because I promise it'll help. You can come up here. Come on. My assistant. Come on. No, he's fine. Okay, so I will jump into the questions. Mindy Cooper said, I need help adding to my network. Inviting, right? One of the 3 vital behaviors that I think everybody is struggling with is adding people to your network. And guys, it's not as hard as people make it seem. They say, start adding to your network. And you're like, oh my gosh, where do I start? But adding to your network is as simple as going to your friends list and adding friends of friends or people you may know. Facebook does that for us. They have a list that says, these are people you may know. I go through that list and I'm consistently adding people that are not friends with 100 coaches. Keep an eye out on that, because if you're adding those people, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice and not adding people that are probably going to join you. Instead, you need to make sure you're adding people that are not friends with a ton of coaches, people that are not already flooded with Beachbody in their newsfeed, right? Friends of friends. I go back to high school. I'll add a friend from high school, and then I'll go to their list of friends and start adding women in my demographic, that look like they may be in my demographic, and just add them, 5, 10 people a day. Be careful that you're not getting in Facebook jail, but, consistently be adding. Same with groups. If you love knitting, if you love lifting, if you love dogs, if you love cats, if you love the beach, go to groups. There are millions, I guarantee millions of groups on Facebook about something you're interested in. You guys go to those groups, start adding people in them. Start being active in the group if you wanted to. I'm not even active in groups. I just go through and add everybody as friends so they can see what I'm doing. So it's totally up to you. I feel like we waste a lot of time in these groups, participating a lot. It's maybe not a waste of time, but I think people may focus on it too much versus just the point being make some friends, get some people in, and let them start seeing what you're doing, right? So add friends, adding to your network. That's it. There's no magic to it. There's no secret way to have a million friends. It's just adding consistently every single day. I forgot I want to share Sarah Tri's slides. So yeah, make sure you're adding every single day, okay? Somebody said something, hang on. Do you message each person when you invite? What do you say? Not necessarily. I know you can message people. I don't usually, and maybe I should. But as people accept your friend request, you can send them a message like, hey, thanks for accepting my friend request. We have some mutual friends, and I thought you looked familiar. Done. Smiley face. Right? It can be as simple as that, as simple as just starting that conversation. I've had people say, cool. And I'm like, all right, guess we're not going to have a good conversation. But they can see me in their newsfeed, right? And I've had people say, oh my gosh, you look familiar too. Did you go to Hermitage? I'm like, yeah, I did. Yeah, it's easy. You can just start that conversation in a simple way. Hey, I thought you looked familiar. Thanks for the ad. Done, right? Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Send those scripts every single day. Starting a new conversation with people I don't know. Over 27 people said they needed help with that. So we'll go into that, starting a conversation with people you don't know. This is as simple as forming. Raise your hand if you know what forming is. Half of you. Perfect. Forming stands for family, occupation, recreation, all of that leading to a message, which M is. M is message. Family, occupation, recreation, message. Okay? What that means is when you have a conversation or you're starting a conversation with someone you don't know, go to their newsfeed first. Go to their profile. Look at them. Do they have a family? Do they have an occupation that they post about a lot? Are they doing activities that they post a lot about? If they are, send them a message about that. If they're posting a lot about their family, say, hey, I just wanted to stop by and let you know that your daughter is freaking adorable. I love the pictures that you post. How old is she? Something like that. If you have kids. It might sound creepy if you're a dude that doesn't have kids, so don't do that. but find something else to talk about maybe. Women, go ahead, do that. Occupation, if they post a lot about hating their job. Oh, I saw your post about your job. What do you do? If they post about loving their job. Your job looks so fun. What do you do? Anything about their occupation, start the conversation. Recreation, that's the easiest one, I think. Oh my gosh, I saw that you're into lifting. I am too. Where do you work out? Oh my gosh, I saw that you're into dog parks. Oh my gosh, I saw that you're into basketball. Something, anything. Family, occupation, recreation, and then message them. Look for those key things when you're starting conversations with people. Whatever they're posting about, it doesn't even have to be a private message. You can go and interact with them as far as liking and commenting on a lot of their posts. Tracking who you're adding as friends, and then like 1 day a week or 2 days a week or every day, whatever you want to do, go into that specific person's profile and like and comment on something. Just make sure you're engaging with people. I think that's the most important thing over anything. If you're engaging with people periodically, they're naturally going to start remembering you and seeing you in their news feed. And when you make an awesome post about a workout, that's going to be 10 times easier for them to shoot you a message and say, hey, I loved your workout. Picture, video, or whatever. What are you doing? Or what kind of workout is that? Or something. They're going to start the conversation with you instead. Again, guys, that's why it's so important to make sure we're posting. We preach about that a lot, and it seems like something that's like, oh, if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I don't. But no, it is the most crucial part to your business, posting every single day, okay? Placement, a lot of people were concerned about placement, and it looks like all of them were diamonds. So at this point, I'll just go, okay, at this point, if you're a coach, don't worry about placement right now. If you're an emerald, don't worry about placement yet. Just know that you need 4 coaches in each leg, okay? Left and right leg. You can change your placement by going to My Business, My Preferred Placement in your Coach Online office, okay? You have to select left or right. Don't select weak leg, strong. Don't do anything like that, left or right only, okay? So if you're a coach, ignore it. It doesn't matter right now. If you're an emerald rank, you need 4 coaches in each leg, so just start signing people and check your placement, okay? If you're a diamond coach, you've got to be a strong diamond first. So you need, 5 or 6 coaches in each leg, and you need 1 or 2 emeralds in each leg. So placement just depends on your business. So if you really have questions about it and you're stressing about it and you're losing sleep at night because you're not sure about placement, please message me and I'd be happy to look at your downline and tell you what you need to be doing. If that makes sense, okay? Switching the conversation from forming to an invite. Easy, okay? But again, I think this is where a lot of coaches struggle. They're like, okay, I've started this conversation, we're talking, but it's not leading anywhere. It's not turning into anything Beachbody. That is okay if it doesn't. I have a lot of conversations that last months without me ever mentioning Beachbody, okay? Without them ever mentioning it. Randomly, they will come to you and say, okay, what's this that you're doing? Or what's that workout that you posted about? Or I'd love to join your upcoming group. That will happen naturally down the road. But if you are having trouble switching that conversation from a plain, boring conversation into something that's meat, right? Then it's all about the guts of that conversation. At every time that I'm talking to somebody, I'm constantly asking questions that could potentially make them answer in a way that I could possibly mention either coaching or a challenge group. So I'm very intentional about what I say in my conversations. I'm always asking questions. Say the person messaged me like, hey, thanks for your friend request. Because of my cover photo, I see you're into health and fitness. That's awesome. I work out too. Because that happens a lot. As long as you look the product, as people are, adding you as a friend and accepting your friend request, they're going to look at your profile and they're going to see that stuff. So I would say, hey, thanks. You're into health and fitness too. That's awesome. Ask them a question about what kind of workouts they do, and then eventually I'm going to turn that into, you're already into health and fitness. You should think about coaching. They're going to say, what the heck is coaching? And I'm going to go into explaining what the opportunity is. Seriously, any conversation I have, I'm trying to always make that transition into, hey, you should think about coaching. Or, if they hate their job, or they don't have time for this, or they don't have time for that, or they can't afford this, or, you guys don't think these things come up, but if you're having a conversation with somebody, people are going to spill their life story on you. You know what I mean? You're going to hear all these details that maybe you don't need to hear, and their entire life story, and it's going to give you an opportunity to mention coaching or a challenge group at some point. I'll try to be better about sharing my examples of like my sample conversations and things like that too, because I don't know, it's just something, I don't have a good sample of it right now, but it's just something that every single day I'm intentional about. I am constantly building that conversation to be able to mention coaching or a challenge group, asking them questions about their life. But anything to that?
It was good.
Okay. Any questions so far? Nobody?
The point is all those
Talk louder.
conversations, recruiting, inviting, all it becomes so much easier with less objections when you're posting correctly.
That's true. Did you guys hear that? No. He said the posting, the inviting, everything like that becomes easier and easier and easier as time goes on because you're posting so much. Correctly, because you're posting correctly, right? Guys, go to my profile now too. Like I posted yesterday, I was like, my dog peed, I ate breakfast, it worked out. Like I made it an interesting coach opportunity post, right? My entire day. I said this on my diamond chat, I don't have this big, long, super inspiring, like day to day. Yes, my day to day is awesome because it's what I've created it to be. But I wake up, I drink coffee, I work out, I eat lunch, I work the business at my computer, I pick up my kids from school, we eat dinner, I watch TV for a little bit, and then I work again. Like, who says that's mind-blowing and inspiring, right? But it's what I create it to be. I can sit in my bed with my coffee and think to myself, okay, this is freaking awesome that I get to do that. And I can take a picture of it and share it. I can work out and take a picture and inspire someone like that. I can take a picture of my lunch and inspire someone like that. I can be able to go at 3 o'clock and not have to worry about a babysitter or anything like that and pick up my kids. It's that kind of intentional thinking every single day that has gotten me where I am, to say, okay, this boring moment in my life, how can I make it amazing? Right? That's what it has to happen. How can I turn that into an opportunity to share what this business has to offer? And that's the kind of mindset you have to turn on. You have to say, okay, I'm not doing anything cool right now, but how can I make that look appealing to someone who is stuck at work, right? Or someone who is, missing out on this opportunity with their kids. Or
doing the exact same thing you're doing.
Exactly.
You guys think like Amy Silverman and Lindsay Matway and all these other top coaches that seem to have these like awesome, exciting, like fantastic lives. I guarantee you, day in and day out, they're doing the exact same thing where they're getting up, drinking coffee, working out, and then working on the computer.
Did you guys see the video? Some of you were at Summit, but if you weren't at Summit, I don't know if they posted the video about Melanie Mitro's like top coach thing. Did everybody see that and how boring it really was? I mean, honestly, like that's her life, and she's the top coach in the company, recruiting 100 coaches a month, and that's her life. It's nothing fabulous or glamorous. It's just the reality that she's created, and it's the way that the perception people have of it. People want that normal day-to-day freedom. And I shared this in my Diamond chat also about you guys that are working full-time or have other commitments and things like that, and Beachbody's only part-time for you. That is more appealing than me doing Beachbody full-time and replacing a 6-figure income. You may not think so, but your following is going to relate to you earning a couple $100 a month or $500 a month extra on the side than they would me. That's a fact. So guys, don't be scared to post about this opportunity. Don't be scared to share what you're doing or invite people to join you. Lots of people, $100, $200, $500 a month is life-changing. And that's what we have to promote, right? Okay, post. No more excuses.
You get to a point too where like you are posting. If you've been doing this for a while, if you're stuck in one place, you know what I mean? If you're posting 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day and you're still in the same place you were 6 months ago or a year ago, it's time to look back and reinvent and change up your posting. Like be more intentional with your posts. Get more creative. And like what Raina said, make your post, your life seem exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Samantha Holly said she was chatting with Rachel Allen, and she told me she rarely ever has to start new combos with people because she has a constant flow of people messaging her based on her post. I want to get to that, or I'd love to get to that level. That's me. That's why when you guys say, what do I say randomly to people? I'm like, I have no idea, but let's come up with something together. You know what I mean? I don't have to go out and randomly message people because we've built such a following by sharing our day-to-day, right? And that's your goal. Your goal is to do that and have people come to you because your posts are eye-catching and engaging, and they want to know what you're a part of. You guys, when we radiate this happiness, whether you have to fake it or not, we radiate this happiness, we radiate this health, that's going to draw people in. People are attracted to that. Unlike somebody who's complaining on Facebook or only posting about the negative or not, posting at all. We have to be able to relate to people. And that's the way we do it, is by posting. Desiree said, I'm confused. I need training on building my own team under this team. I'm confused on that. Just if you're not sure, we are all in the Luxe Republic, and you will forever be in the Luxe Republic as long as you're a coach. If you were under Samantha and you're under Team Supercharged, you're on that team, but you are under Luxe Republic as well. If you're on Ashley LaSure's team, who is under Samantha Holly, you're on Ashley LaSure's team, and you're still on the Team Supercharged, and you're still in Luxe Republic. All the way forever and ever. It's like having a great grandma who you're a part of. Think of us like that. I have a lot of people who call me great grandma coaches. And so I'm your great grandma coach. All right. You're forever on our team. He's like, you're forever on our team, and you're more than welcome to stay in our team page. You're more than welcome to add your coaches. You can not add your coaches to Luxe Republic and add them to your team page and just copy what I post. At any point, you guys feel the need to break off and start a team page of your own, do it. I encourage you to do that. As long as you have the material and the time commitment to actually share what we're posting in Luxe Republic and train your own coaches. But you can have your own team anytime. Placement, again. Adding to network we covered. Starting new conversations we covered. How to follow up without being pushy is a good one. I shared in Luxe Republic not 5 minutes ago. Now I guess it was like 45 minutes ago I posted. I shared my 2 follow-up scripts that I was using today. If you guys could see, I'm going to see if I can screen share really fast. Yeah, I can screen share really fast. If you can see my computer, I have my Facebook pulled up. This is the guide I'm going off of, so ignore that. But I've got my follow-up list over here with my like page, my personal page contacts, and then I've got my 2 scripts down here in the bottom corner. So I am copying, pasting to everyone and just adding their name. Guys, I do this every single time I do follow-ups because those are 2 generic messages that I can send to someone interested in coaching and someone is interested in a group. So I don't have to go through and reinvent the wheel and do a new message every time. Those are very generic messages that are still interacting with people or making people interact with me so I can, start some new conversations and get people back in it. But they're not pushy. Neither one of them are pushy. It kind of says, hey, I'm here. Let me know when you're ready, or are you ready? And things like that. It's not bugging people, if that makes sense. So you have to stop thinking of follow-ups like you're bugging people. You're simply following up. You all know that we can talk to people. We'll have 18 conversations going. None of them may respond back. You guys, I've said this before, their kid may be having an accident. They may be, someone may knock on their door and they get distracted. They got to finish folding laundry and then they forget. People are not on Facebook as much as we are. You have to be aware of that. They're not. Not everyone has it glued to them, right? Not everyone's on their computer doing a power hour at the same time. So people are going to not respond. People are going to forget about you and forget that you sent them a message until you remind them. So use it as you're just giving them a reminder. You're not bugging anyone, okay? And save your follow-up scripts. I do that a lot. I have, in the Luxe Republic, there's a scripting file. I have what I send to every conversation. I have follow-up scripting. I have, all kinds of scripting. So take advantage of that. How to approach people without coming off as a salesperson. Same thing. We've already talked about that. If you feel salesy, you're probably being salesy. Use that, right? If you feel natural and you don't feel like a salesperson, you're probably doing the right thing. I'm never talking to people like, it's on sale now, Beachbody, I'm never doing that because that's salesy to me. If someone sent me that message, I'd probably just delete it and ignore them. So you have to keep in mind, you have to approach people in the way you would like to be approached about this opportunity. Building my team, not being a salesperson, building my team, networking, adding to my network, mentoring new coaches into leaders. Let's go there, because that's it. I think that was the last one. All the rest of them were just repeat. Mentoring your new coaches. So I hear a lot of you have coaches, but none of them want to work the business. I hear a lot of you have coaches. Some of them want to work the business, but aren't doing anything. You guys, how you spend your first week with that person is going to determine their success. 9 out of 10 times. Now, I've had coaches sign up who do nothing, and then all of a sudden 6 months later, a year later, they're like, all right, I think I'm ready. And that's fine. But those people that you sign up and are like, okay, yeah, I'd like to do this. How you spend that first week with them is going to determine their success. It's going to determine the taste in their mouth that they have for Beachbody, okay? Getting them started correctly is so important. We have a new coach email that I send out to every single coach. I add them into the Luxe Republic. I add them into my personally sponsored page. So I have 2 pages, one for my coaches only and then one for the entire Luxe Republic. Highly recommend doing that as well if you have more than 2 or 3 coaches who want to work the business. We send them the new coach email, add them into the team pages. They watch that Getting Started Right video. If you yourself haven't watched it, it's pinned to the top of the Luxe Republic page, okay? Make sure you watch that and then save it, because that is a video that every single one of your coaches need to watch, okay? Every single one of them. We cover Success Club, we cover Emerald, we cover the trips, we cover posting, we cover everything they need to know about the business straight out of the gate, okay? That 53-minute video is gonna be the training that they need to get started. As soon as they finish that video, Emerald and Success Club need to be, I shouldn't beat into their head is what I wanted to say in a non-violent way. Okay, Success Club and Emerald, that's it. That is their main focus in the first week as a coach. You guys, I don't want to offend anybody by saying this, but it is not hard to get to Emerald rank. It is not hard. You should be an Emerald within your first week or 2 as a coach, okay? Your spouse should be signed up first and foremost. If you can't afford it, get him in as a $40 coach and save that spot. The purpose is not necessarily to have him active right away, although that would be amazing, but the purpose is to hold that spot for volume, okay? Because once you get to be a diamond coach, once you get to, have multiple coaches underneath you, that volume rolls up and you are going to potentially have double dipping. You're going to have double the income sitting there, okay? That's the purpose of having your spouse signed up. Make sure that's done. Make sure you relay that to your coach. The key to having your coaches started right is to duplicate everything you've done, okay? So have them sign up their spouse, have them push to Emerald, and make a list of contacts. Make a list of 10, 20, 30 people that they think would benefit from a group or coaching. Make sure they're messaging people, following up with them every other day and talking to them. Hey, how are you doing with your contact list? Hey, how's your push to Emerald? Hey, let's try to lock in 2 Success Club points this week. Make it a focus, okay? And stay on them. I have probably stayed on most of you. Most of you I see have stayed on pretty well, I think. And you've showed up for me every single month, and that's why. We have gotten started straight out of the gate. We have dug into training. We've talked. Most of us probably not on the phone because I don't like to talk on the phone. But voice memoing or something. We've had a conversation about what it takes, and you've done it, right? And that's why you're on here. So duplicate that. Duplicate Success Club, duplicate Emerald Rank, duplicate Ruby, Diamond, on and on and on. If you want your team to be successful, you have to be successful. You have to hit Success Club. You have to hit Emerald Rank. You have to be posting every single day. If you aren't doing these things, you cannot expect your coaches to do it. Lead from the front, Brett says. Your tricep is bulging through my picture.
Sorry.
Okay. Did you guys see that? Muscles on muscles on muscles. Okay. Yeah. Any questions right now? I want to go into any questions. Sorry. No. Okay. Sarah Try. If you don't know her, she is a coach. She's a 10-star elite coach. Follow her. She's very amazing. She was at Huntington Beach Super Saturday and did like a little training series for us. And she's done a team call for us. She's the one that did a team call. It's in our YouTube channel about like time management, how we all have this amount of time in the day and yada, yada, yada. And you do have time for coaching. But I wanted to share, I'll post them. And the ones from leadership, I'm seriously slacking, but I'm back, okay? My mother-in-law is gone and I can actually sit down at my computer and work. No offense to Nell, because I love you. But I will get the leadership slides up today also. But she did a presentation at Super Saturday about how to build your business in 20 hours a week. Okay? How many people would benefit from that? Yeah, I would even. I have
one hand.
Yeah, no, nobody would benefit from it. I can skip it if we want. Okay, everybody wants it. Okay, 20 hours a week, right? Seems like a lot. Some people are like, well, I only wanted to work an hour a day. Well, let's just hear me out, okay? So she said, and this is what this little segment is what she shared in our YouTube channel, but I'm going to repeat one thing of it. She said, a new perspective on time. We all have 168 hours in the week. Everybody. No more, no less. Everybody has 168 hours, okay? Write this down if you want to, because it'll be helpful. She gave everybody 40 hours a week for your full-time job. Now, if you don't have a full-time job and you're a stay-at-home mom, sorry, Ashley, sorry, Sam, sorry, some of you, you don't have an excuse at all. What? Yeah. So this does not apply to you. She gives you 50 hours a week to sleep. That's 7.14 hours each night. Not enough for me, so I'm going to take that out of my work week. Okay? You guys get 7 hours of sleep every night. 15 hours for commuting to work, overtime, getting to work, getting ready for work. 15 hours a week. That's what you get. If you need a little more, a little less. Yeah, Christy said that video helped us so much. 4 hours a week for personal development. That's at least 30 minutes a day. Okay? There's one of our 3 vital behaviors. 6 hours a week for working out, which we don't even need that much because most of our programs now are 30 minutes a day. So you have plenty of time. There's no time excuse for working out anymore, right, Raina? Right? Okay. 20 hours a week devoted to your Beachbody business, okay? 20 hours a week. It sounds like a lot, but just wait for it. And then you have 33 hours of free time. Free time for your family, your hobbies, your kids, your beach days, your park days, your dog. 33 hours of free time outside of your full-time job, your sleep, your commuting, your getting ready for work, your personal development, your working out, and your business. You guys, everyone has the time. No matter what you think, everyone has the time to make this business work and to devote to it, okay? 20 hours a week divided by 7. How many hours is that? 1.5? I think it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So what she broke it down. I'm going to go through it, but I'm going to post it also because I want to touch on some subjects. Okay. Yeah, that's 2.8 hours of Beachbody work a day. Okay, 20 hours a week. So she broke it into doing 3 different power hours. Okay, you're going to do 1.5 hours in the morning, 1.5 hours. If you don't have it to do during the day, if it's not a possibility for you to skip work and do a power hour during the day, or if you're home, whatever, then do it right after work. She said when she worked full-time and was doing Beachbody, she would sit in the car for an hour and 25 minutes, if that was a possibility outside of picking up kids and stuff like that. She would sit in her car and do it because she knew if she got home, it wouldn't be an option, right? So she sat in her car and did her hour and 25 minutes of power hour, okay? And then she had power hour 3, which she recommends doing it just right before bed. So you got it in the morning before you get all the kids, everybody awake, wake up and do it early. Then you've got it right after work, and then you've got it right before bed. 3 different power hours, okay? Make sure you're writing this down. The first power hour, she said, first 15 minutes, you're starting 3 new conversations. 30 minutes, you're doing a follow-up list. You're going through your follow-ups and your messages and making sure everybody that you've written down to follow up with today is getting followed up with. You have 30 minutes devoted to that. You have 30 minutes to tackle your inbox. And you have 15 minutes to make your post to social media. Okay? That's your first power hour. That's done. Your second power hour is after work. You have to take 30 minutes to meet new people, adding to your network. Add people, okay, for 30 minutes. It's a lot. I mean, think if you did this every single day for a week and you spent 30 minutes adding new people, how many people you have in your network. That's insane, okay? It just takes discipline to do it. You get 30 minutes to tackle your inbox and then 15 minutes to post to social media. That's power hour 2, okay? Power hour 3, you do your group check-ins. Challenge group, training group, free group, whatever you're running, check in with your groups, interact with them, talk to them. Do only that for 30 minutes. This is where I struggle. I just kind of get on randomly. And even when I ran challenge groups, I would not really invest a lot of time into each individual person. And this 30-minute time period is allowing you to do that. It's allowing you to stop and slow down and actually invest some time in people. 15 minutes to do your follow-up list, 15 minutes to tackle your inbox, and 15 minutes to post on social media. She said if you've already gone through your follow-up list in the power hour 3, spend more time on your inbox or spend more time in your group check-ins, and then cut it off, okay? If you still have messages in your inbox, cut it off. They will be there tomorrow, okay? The reason we do these power hours and the reason she's promoting it so much is because your work time needs to be your work time. Your family time needs to be your family time. Your physical at work time needs to be your at work time, okay? And if you'll notice, these morning, after work, and evening power hours are including 3 posts a day. If you have the freedom to post more than that, great. If you don't, okay, right? You're doing every single thing it takes every single day, and you still have time for life around it, okay? Everybody write that down. No.
Raina, what was the very first one, the first 15 minutes of your first power hour?
It was 3 new conversations.
Okay. And then inbox just refers to like responding to messages?
That's starting 3 new combos, like new conversations, not in your follow-up list. Is that what you said?
No, so the inbox for the rest of the ones, does inbox just mean like returning messages?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you don't have a lot of messages in your inbox and you have that free 30 minutes, use it to start more conversations and start talking to more people.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a cool breakdown. Even for me working the business anytime, I'm like, that was a cool breakdown to see, okay, in the morning I'm starting 3 new conversations and I'm doing nothing else until I get done with that. Then I'm going to go to my follow-up list. I'm doing nothing else until I get done with my follow-up list. Because if you're like me, I get distracted by like every single ding, 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 new message, ding, ding. I should probably respond to that really fast. Ding, 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 like freaking crazy, right? Especially if you're sitting there devoting only time to that power hour, it gets chaotic. You can get distracted by the news feed and the shiny things. Like, it's easy to get off track. So make sure when you're doing this power hour, you're doing the power hour, okay? Okay, she had this schedule. We kind of do, we do, the team calendar on Luxe Republic. We have like, share challenge group post, share coach recruiting post, things like that. But she broke it down, and I'm going to post this and make it, I need to figure out a way to post it somewhere where everybody can see it every single day. So I'll take suggestions on that. But she posted a schedule using November as the example dates, okay? And she said, I'll share it because I'm just going to go through it fast, but I'll share the picture so you can actually see it. But like on the first day through the 5th day, she is inviting every single day, day 1 through 5, she's inviting people to a challenge group. 10 people, not people, 10 people to a challenge group every single day. This is like her daily calendar to-do list, okay? 10 people a day for the first 3 days to a challenge group. That's her main focus outside of her power hour, okay? On day 1, she's posting a challenge group post on social media. Day 3, challenge group post on social media. Day 5, challenge group post on social media. And day 5 is the deadline to order, and that's how she flows her month. So she's promoting a challenge group in the first 5 days, guys, locking in Success Club in the first week of the month, right? Because the deadline is that last week in the month, or first week, end of the first week in the month. You know what I mean? And then on day 5, she creates the challenge group so she can start adding people in. Day 6 and day 7 are days off. We know that's really not a day off. That's just a day off to only do your power hour, okay? Day 8 and 9, she's forming. She's focusing on forming and starting those new conversations. She kicks off the challenge group on day 9. Day 10, 11, she's inviting to her sneak peek week, okay? 10 people to her sneak peek week. Day 10 and 11, invite 10 people to sneak peek week. Day 11, sneak peek week post on social media. Okay. Day 12 and 13 are days off. Day 14, she invites 10 people to the sneak peek week and does another sneak peek week post on social media, creating sneak peek week. I'll do that unless you want to do a sneak peek on your own. You can, but we'll kind of use this to determine when we're going to do our sneak peeks. And I'll try to maybe do a calendar like this if it's helpful for you guys. Day 15 and 16, she's inviting to the sneak peek week again. Day 16 is a sneak peek week post on social media, and that same day it's kicked off. So on Monday, we kick off a sneak peek week. She's still doing a post that morning or that afternoon about the sneak peek, okay? Day 17 and 18 are forming. She is, 18, she's doing props to challenge group on social media. So somebody lost a lot of weight or a transformation post or something like that. She's just bragging about, I say bragging, but in a non-bragging way. She's posting and sharing about someone in her challenge group or her entire group in a way who has had success. Okay. The rest of the month, she is forming, inviting, and just adding to her network. So it was cool to see, like, every single day she shares this with her team, or every single month she shares this with her team, and it tells them exactly what to do on that day. We kind of do this, but I'd love to make a calendar that's a little more in-depth and saying, okay, now invite to this, and add 10 people, and add 10 people, and now do this. You know what I mean? I think it will help a lot of coaches who are kind of just, like, not even knowing what's happening, right? She posted about setting up challenge group goals and doing the same thing every single month and creating consistency. She said every single month her challenge group goals include 3 challengers and 2 new coaches every single month. That would get you to Success Club 10, okay? 3 challengers, 2 coaches. That should be everybody's goal in reality, especially if everybody. You're a coach, you need to get to Emerald. You're an Emerald, you need 2 more coaches to get, to the next step, and the next step, and the next step, and consistently hitting Success Club 10, okay? Second Monday of the month, she kicks up her challenge group. Third Monday of the month, she kicks off her sneak peek week. Fourth Monday of the month, she starts off her coach training. That was the part that I missed. At the end of the month, she invites to her training, her coach training. We don't do a coach training. Some of my diamonds do a coach training. Some of you Emeralds might do a coach training. You can still invite to it because it still happens. You still train your coaches, so you can act like there's an event or maybe do like a 5-day group or something like that if you wanted to. But for me, it would just be inviting to the opportunity. Okay, so Success Club goals in the first week, challenge group kickoff in the second week, sneak peek on the third week, and then training on the fourth week. And that's how she does her every single week, and I thought that was pretty cool. The power hour, though, and I'll share this all. The power hour is where I want you guys to focus, because I know a lot of new coaches and old coaches struggle with getting everything done in the day that they need to be done, that they need to have done. And it's just nice to see it written out like that, I think, and to know, there's these tasks that I need to have done. I'm going to do these, 4 tasks every single day, and once they're done, I'm done. And the same thing the next day, and the same thing the next week. And eventually, you will become like Risha Allen, and you will have people that naturally just come to you because they're seeing you be so consistent. Your coaches are going to succeed more because they're seeing you be so consistent. Okay? Brett's writing me notes. We want to touch on the importance of getting your coaches to, no, we already did that. Your coaches to Emerald in the first 7 days. Oh, he wrote that earlier and I said it already. Turn the messages off during your power hour. She said that there's a setting where you can stop all the dings. I've not found it, but apparently there's this magical setting where you can turn stuff off. She was like, I put my phone away. She turns off everything around her so that she can focus on her power hour only. In
all my years of sales, when we were doing our cold calling, right? Our prospecting, right? Our phones were off. We turned our inbox off for email, everything. If you don't, you get distracted easy. So
this helps you get those blinders on, I think.
I do that actually. So if you guys are interested, it's like that little spinny wheel at the very bottom next to your messenger. And I think it says turn off, and it turn off for everyone. And you can do that. And then I actually keep it turned off and then just go to messenger.com for any time that I'm actually responding to people or inviting people that way.
I found it.
It
It's crazy.
does help a lot. It helps keep me focused because I'm like looking in every direction, listening to every sound. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Okay. We are spending a lot of time answering repetitive questions in the team page, repetitive questions in Messenger. Make sure you guys are sharing with your team, your friends, any coaches that you know to make sure they get on these calls or at least listen to the recording. Okay? I can't tell you how, honestly, annoying it is to see posts in the team page that I covered 5 minutes prior to that on a call or in a post just because they're not watching and paying attention. So make sure your coaches and friends, anyone who is a coach is added into the team pages. Make sure they're paying attention. Make sure they're getting on the team calls and participating. Because, I mean, it's just going to help them be more successful, honestly, because the last thing I want to do is go through and answer 100 questions of the same
Just
question.
enable them,
Yeah.
And make sure they know. I mean, you guys obviously know that the calls are recorded, but honestly,
Is this call recorded?
half of my day answering questions for Raina, so she doesn't have to jack with it, that she covered on a team call, that you guys covered on a call, or that you guys covered in a post or a message or a thread or whatever.
Yeah.
So make sure they know they're recorded. I mean, obviously people can't get on, the team calls and every call at the time they're on or happening, but go back and listen and make sure we're engraving that in their head.
And that is a benefit of sending that new coach email straight out of the gate. I give the info to the Luxe Republic, give the info to our team calls, have them put it in their calendar so that they have a reminder on it. All of those things are in my new coach email that we're sending people so that they know straight out of the gate, hey, every Tuesday at 1 o'clock Central, there's a team call. It is recorded, so if you work, you can play it later. It's on, here's a link to listen to it later type thing, okay? They're all posted on our YouTube channel, every single team call we have, so helps. Anybody have questions that I didn't answer or that you guys need further training on or you need clarification on? Anything else I can help with? People? Nobody? Everybody's great. How many of you have Success Club locked in so far? Good job. How many of you are going to start implementing a power hour every single day? Okay. I love it. You guys, this stuff works if you do it. It doesn't work. The business won't work if you don't put action behind, the daily tasks that we say. And we don't say it again just to be like, that'd be cool if you worked out, or it'd be cool if you did this. We say it because when you do it, this business works. And I am proof of that. Samantha Holly's proof of that. She just quit her full-time job after 2 years of coaching, more or less. So guys, it's possible. Your goal doesn't have to be a full-time coach. Your goal can simply be to make $500 a month or, help your family out with groceries. Whatever your goal is, you have to put action behind it. This business will not fall in your lap. So make sure you're hitting Success Club. Make sure you're signing new people. Make sure you're duplicating everything that you do to your coaches, okay? And that'll help you guys be successful in this. So any final words or questions? Okay, I'll let you
Tell
guys.
Carl I'll work on the can't forget coach relations. I'll answer the phone at coach relations and help people.
There you go. Dude, I'd sign up to do it if I could. It'll get better.
Thanks.
Have a good day, guys. Bye.